This is a little bit of an experimental piece. I've read it a few times, so some people in this audience have heard it, so I apologize for that. So there's a lot in it, but anyway, I'm just going to read it because it's self-explanatory. So the title is "Whose Fault Is It?" Okay, there are faults all over the world. They divide the continents, transcending both land and sea. Every nation is cut up into pieces. But these faults don't belong to anyone. They were here long before we were, and by millions of years yet already. But there are other faults that also divide. And these others, are all up to us. We make them, and they make us what we are or are not. And across each one of them, people look over to the other sides as they pointedly point, accusing each other as to which fault is whose. In the good old US of A, we have blue or red fault lines. But whose is it? There is the fault between climate change or its denial, guns and safety, the divide concerning electoral trust, unnatural food additives or naturally organic foods, free and fair or bought and paid for news, freedom to vote or not, freedom to be who you are or not, the inalienable right to life or killing sprees, respectful dialogue or bullying put down rants, liberal or not, conservative or not, responsible or not, logical or not, Trump or not, science or not, technology or not, AI, HR, IRS, INC, CIA.com, X or not, pandemic or not, vaccine or not, hope or not, war or not, racism or not, politics versus protest, union across the divide from scab, revolution or co option, violence or peace, truth or not, lies or not, corruption or not. And there are other faults which are, just as those may be, personal or not. Which fault is whose? How many faults are you a part of? How many faults are there? How do all these separations separate, propagate, promulgate, instigate, procreate, percolate, resonate, facilitate, sublimate, fascinate, and alienate? Whose fault is a question that makes the who, what, when, where, or why of you into what you happen to be or not. The divisive questions, the differences that they make. How do we know who is at fault for the faults? Why do we each ask, whose fault is it? Why are we separated from one another? The truth and all the hope that there is, or all the love evidenced in each and every heartbeat, every helping hand, or the simple, kind, warming words of support, empathy, generosity, and justice. So, whose fault is whose? That's the question. Hiya.